Moses, as someone who's about to get pied in the face, I'd take a moment to be a bit more careful with statements like that. I'd be holding back, you know.
Anders,
You can always find a bigger pie.
The question is, can you catch him to pie him in that face? Because he is like, he's gonna go nuclear if you do it, man. I know there was a bet on the line, but Moses and pie now, it's like water and oil.
He's trying to back down. He says it's too late, and
Exactly.
I guess we'll see about that. No, but we are ready. We do know how to use the microphones. We try not to step on them at all.
I was like wondering, how would that work? You know,
it doesn't even make any sense, does it? Can you do that? I was gonna. I was gonna wonder if you were like secretly been taking yoga classes or something. You know.
That's some serious like flexibility right there. You know, maybe.
I don't know. In time. Right, we are going to head into the game. It's going to be on Mirage, and it will be CLG and HellRaisers. I'm looking forward to this one. A bit of a weird matchup, I think. Two teams that don't very often get to play each other. And with some... I'm excited to see Kusta play. I think he was put in such a weird spot when he made his way onto the pro scene, just because of... the hype that was coming in, and then it seemed like he got a role that was really, really big, maybe too big, right? And then he sort of disappeared for a while, and now he's back.
Who do we point fingers at, right? You know, who's responsible for that hype?
Maybe definitely.
Maybe you should
Momo.
give that pie to Kusta and let him go to work. He's responsible. But I mean, there's a lot of focus on Kusta. Fair enough. I think that Rike, it was really interesting to me that Rike would be coming onto this team as like a backup opper instead of obviously taking the op full time, seeing as how he is just deadly with it. So he is capable of high impact plays. But they say that they play the same bomb site. So we got two guys on A, two guys on B rather, 3 on A. Rike and Kusta backing each other up, and Ethan there as well. But it was mentioned in the analyst segment that Dead Fox is going to be the key player here.
Yeah, definitely. The middle for CLG, there's absolutely no mid control. Sure, they have window room covered, especially because Cutler is in kitchen looking that way. And they obviously have Finesse over at the other side, so we'll see if he can stand tall here. It's falling back fairly quickly, and actually falling way out of the bomb side. So looking for a full retake here on the CLG side. The bomb is going to be allowed to go down, and HellRaisers, they just need to hold on for 30 seconds or so. It's Finesse running in first, and Stiko going to be able to take him down. Kusta with the refrag takes one, but Angel is there. Great double headshot, looking for a third on Cutler. Last man left, and he's only going to get the one kill, and he's down and out. HellRaisers making great use of that, and CLG, this is weird, you know. If you're going to play a retake, that's fine, but then you need grenades, and you need to not all funnel in through the same, 2 choke points.
Exactly. There was one man mid, that was Rike, who's trying to make his way up short, but you see it right here, the highlight. And mainly, the thing is, like, if you're going to play retake like that, you need to get a pick, I think. You need to have some kind of man advantage to exploit as well, because 5-on-5, retake on B, running through choke points, you might as well be running onto B site on Dust 2. It's a nightmare. You're not going to get far. So, points for trying, but CLG, it just doesn't pan out for them. They're not going to get that pistol round win. Instead, it's HellRaisers who are going to be working their economy. 2 rifles, 3 UMPs. And really, like, it seems to me, at least in the European teams, that the UMP is becoming just a standard. Just a staple.
I mean, it is. I think even many pros now have expressed that they think it's too good at this point. So, maybe one day there will be a change. Finesse hiding in the corner by the truck. It's a good kill on Stiko, but they're not even going to try and make him allow him to get a second one there. Grenaded into oblivion, and it will be Cutler with a scout. I think you should try and save it.
No doubt. Get out. Hold on to the... I mean, you invested in it. Why even hang around? Just go out. Exactly. Back off. If you want to have a good listen, right? A little bit of a podcast moment. You're eating your breakfast in the morning. You're on your way.
Yes.
Yanko recently did a video where where he talks in depth about the UMP and actually proposes some changes, some fixes. Rather than just saying, "Oh, it's broken," but like, "Okay, so how do you fix?" I don't know. I haven't got that far. No, Yanko actually, he put some thought into it, so it's well worth a listen, guys. If you need some food for thought regarding the SMG. Cutler gonna get hunted down, and speaking of which, another $600 goes into Angel's pocket with that UMP kill, and it's a 2-0 lead now for HellRaisers.
A bit of a shame that he couldn't make it out, but really well played on HellRaiser's side. That's a taser that's being picked up by Rike, so good job, my man. That's what we need.
Stop! That's why I don't speak to Rike anymore.
It's the best thing ever. It's the best thing. Cutler with the 1 HE grenade. I have no idea why. I'm not a fan of this. I'm going to say it already. In a round like this, just especially because they got a bit of a presence middle, Why not just why not go for a flashbang?
Well, you know, he felt like he wanted to be generous and donate $300 to Dead Fox so you can get that out faster.
I mean, why not?
Because he gets like a little bit of damage, 45 damage to Stico, but he just takes a bullet to the face in the meantime because it takes so long to get that set up, especially if you're going to be throwing it in from window. You got to line it up, you got to run forward, and if they're peeking aggressive because they know you have pistols, you're a dead man. So unfortunately, it doesn't pan out for Cutler.
Oh, Ricky though, this can work. Yeah, if they're rotating back, he's down by Shadow with that taser, and look at that. There's definitely a chance. It's Bondic, I think, who's on the other side up in the apartments. We'll see if he can make it out clean or not. Seems like more often than not when people have this taser, they end up sort of over-committing to using it and they just get themselves killed. But that is part of the fun. That's part of the comedy of watching someone with it. 50 seconds on the clock. The first smokes are raining in, and Ricky just thinking, yes, it's time. I've got the right spot. He's actually going to give up on it, and now Molotov going to land right at his feet. He's being pushed forward, still in the fire, and it's just way too long range. Ends up going down, and hiding in the corner is Kusta. Going to pick up a good shot there, but can't really follow it up, and Ethan going to be going down too. So not much excitement apart from the one moment. Oh, man.
And that's the thing, man.
You know, in the real world, Semmler, tasers have range, or at least some of them do, you know?
They can shoot out those little filament wires and everything.
Why can't we have that? Can you imagine?
No, Anders, please. Well, actually, there is like a range on the Zeus in the game.
Yeah, sure, but
and it does decreasing damage as well.
Yeah, but
that's
the one thing that doesn't make any sense. It either has to be like perfect contact, or it has to be like semi-range. Like, how does it just fire like an arc of lightning out of it? What is this gun? It doesn't make any sense.
Tesla approves.
Yeah, just madness, isn't it?
Well, we've got the buy coming in now from CLG, but obviously not the best one. They haven't been really getting any kills. So they're pretty light on the nades.
Ooh. It's a big kill to start off with. Kusta trying to challenge, and now Rick is gone. The AWP not willing to challenge again in the middle here, so great mid-control for HellRaisers. Exactly what you want on the T side, especially this early on in the round. And look at Angel already in there. Got to be a bit careful, because actually Ethan pushed all the way through there. Angel in a lot of trouble, and he's going to be going down. Is there anyone there for the refrag? Bondic is thinking about it, but he's a bit late.
Yeah, this is getting awkward. They will be able to find the kills, though. Bondic, the hero, comes through big. Cutler peeks over the smoke at CT. That's the risk of that CT smoke, but that's all they'll get out of it. It's a man advantage. Site control here for HellRaisers. And a courtyard plant as well, taking advantage of those smokes blocking off short and jungle. So, man, you even infiltrated Zero in. And he's hearing these steps. He hears Finesse.
Yeah, I think Finesse had maybe one moment there in long range from Catwalk to get the kill on A, but once that was running out, I'm not sure how they're going to possibly be able to retake it, and it looks like they don't think it can happen either, so that's just a bit of a shame there. CLG, as soon as they lose the mid-control and as soon as they end up allowing for that third angle through connector, it becomes really hard to hold that bomb side, even if Angel went down. It's a pretty good job on HellRaisers' side. That's going to give them a fourth round, and they can at least save the 2 M4s here.
Yeah, they have that to work with in the next round. But again, money is so low. Kills, they haven't been getting kills in these 4 rounds either. So there really isn't a whole lot for CLG to work with. Unless they go for like some kind of UMP force, because why not, YOLO? They've got an M4 on Ricket. Really? No Kevlar? Okay, he had just enough.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. I do love the fact, just like the desk is pointing out, Bondic just absorbed by the monitor, just so deep into it.
That is kind of his thing, right?
Yeah, it is.
All things considered, they actually get a pretty good buy.
Yeah, it's actually impressive. Not at all bad. Now they need to make something of it. Double push into Catwalk. I like it, but Cutler actually almost gets caught on the corner there. That could have been very bad. Now they're going to put up the smoke and at least force HellRaisers to stay at top mid for the moment.
Yeah, and Angel, he just got beat up. He's down to 2 HP already. So they actually have an advantage in this round here, counting CLG. And they're going for the aggression as well. Kusta, backed by Ethan, looking like they want to get into pit. There's the smoke into mid-window.
Yeah, every day on Reddit, it's a new thread about, you know, someone finding a new way to smoke that window, which actually is sort of a testimony to the fact that it isn't that easy. You know, you need a really reliable way, because if it fails, you're really giving up a lot of info to the enemy team. We could see on the minimap that one was a good smoke, so there's no issue there. The bomb is making its way towards the B side, and so far nobody knows that, but they will have advanced warning. You see Finesse is fairly close by, and I hope eventually he's going to make the jump. That's part of the reason why you want to play there.
Very curious. There's the flash. Perfectly done. Angel leading the way because he's so low on HP, but somehow Bondic loses that duel. That's going to put Angel in a bit of a tight spot. Decides to back off, and in the meantime, the push has begun. FNS in the perfect spot to catch Zero in the back as he jumps out of the window, but he's going to get traded by Stiko. No chance there for Cutler to reply.
Oh no, Cutler way out in the open. There was only 20 seconds left. He just had to wait for the bomb plant, but he was walking around a bit too much. Grenade going to land at the feet of Ricky, so he's down to 77, and controlling top mid is Angel, and that's so huge. Even though he's not going to see anyone, he can call it out to his teammates. No one's coming from short. Don't even have to worry about that. And now Ethan has to just try and make his way out. 1 versus 3 here. So HellRaisers, even though the fake wasn't, it wasn't, you know, the best fake of all time. Great shot from Angel. It worked enough. It worked enough that they could actually get in there.
And it's just coming down to these shots. Right now, CLG struggling to hit them.
See, this is the thing, Semmler. The counter-terrorist forces, they brought this sort of tank, practically, to the show. Why did they leave it at the gates? Why not just drive it all the way in onto the bomb site?
Seriously, there's enough space in mid?
You could easily get it there.
That always reminds me, makes me think of how somebody actually figured out how they got the car up to top Banana. In the old version of Inferno, right? Drove it up Banana. They're like, yeah, guys, it can fit. Somebody can't actually get this up here. It's not just there by accident or whatever.
Yeah. And then they just didn't bring them anyway. It's not really, doesn't make sense, does it? Now we're back to pistols. Kusta trying to be very sneaky, but it doesn't really work out. This is a grim start for CLG. I think they even said, in that interview, Angel said, you know, we didn't really practice at all. We didn't really prepare for CLG. Just don't care at all, do they?
Well, it was the follow-up to that phrase where he was just, you know, we made a mistake against G2 where we focused too much on their game and not enough on ours. That led to it being, you know, a bit of a rough time for us. And yeah, that's the thing. That's the impression that you get. They probably were just like, you know what? We're just going to focus entirely on our game. We should be able to go toe-to-toe with these guys in terms of aim, at least. And so far, that's been the case. Bondic down to 5 HP, though, so this is cutting it just a little bit close. And both players who have the AKs have Kevlar, too.
Yeah, and they have lost just a couple of players in this round already, so got to be very careful. On the other side, CLG, if they could snag around like this, it certainly helped them quite a lot, but they're being very passive. Sort of halfway thinking that maybe they can just hold on to the AKs. Now they are committing to it, but it's taken already quite a while for them to get to this spot, and Zero with a great headshot taking down Ricky Finesse next in line. Zero doing a great job at the moment, a triple kill on him, and Cutler in a lot of trouble as well, and ends up going down. Zero actually coming in for it at the end with a quad kill, and a 6-0 lead. HellRaisers looking much better than CLG at the moment.
Yeah. It really does seem like HellRaisers, they're winning the duels. When they're getting into after plant positions, they know what to do as well. They're handling it well. So this is definitely looking like HellRaisers have the situation under control. But now we get to see a bit of a change coming in here from CLG, taking advantage of their strengths. They've got the double op in play. Kusta, Rikke, both of them with the sniper rifle, and split up as well. Looks like Kusta's going to window, and Rikke's going to be holding from CT. So at least a little bit of mid presence here. No smoke in mid. Well, delayed. Very late smoke to that mid window there. And so Kusta finally going to have to fall back. And it's going to be a focus on B side here, it looks like, for CLG.
I think they actually put 3 smokes. Catwalk, mid, and window. So that's a really big sign that maybe they could be middle. But in fact, they're coming 4 people out of apartments and ramp right now. That could catch CLG off guard. Oh, what a shot coming out from Dead Fox. Rikke looked like he was obscured for a minute by the grenade there, but now it's all on Ethan. He's in the corner with the M4, 20 bullets and 4 people to kill. As soon as he fires this gun, he's going to be in so much trouble. He walks in behind, can't stop the bomb, but they do practically line up. He gets one, but he can't transfer the spray onto the next. Angel will take him down, and now it's 3 versus 4. They have to go for this, but they're just getting shot down. Bondic taking out Finesse, and Kusta and Cutler might as well just walk away. Man, HellRaisers are reading this well, and that's actually quite clever. Normally for the sort of bottom, mid, and catwalk smokes, you would have like a presence of at least 3 people in the middle when you've put down those smokes. Otherwise, they don't make a lot of sense to do. But actually, they threw those smokes and then went A. Oh, that's kind of hard to read.
Yeah, CLG with 3 bodies over on B. Just nightmare situation. Cutler will win a duel. Manages to take down Zero. Revenge for the last round, at least. But it's still man advantage, and it's still HellRaisers just saving everything that they need. At least Kusta was able to hold on to 1 AWP here for CLG. And there we go. The pause gets called, and I'm assuming it's a tactical. Yes. So it's a tactical timeout here coming in for CLG. Time to see what these guys can come up with here to change up. Or maybe just breathe. Don't see a lot of talking unless it's Cutler.
Yeah, they managed to ungag themselves for a moment and shout the safe word. I think that's what it is here. Just please.
There were some memes about Dead Fox, right? But he's looking very much alive right now. The guy's got fangs. He's doing some work for HellRaisers.
Yeah, this is not, I think, what they were hoping for CLG. And you've seen this before, especially on Mirage. We've seen some weird one-sided matches. I guess the most upsetting one was SK and Virtus.pro yesterday. That got way out of control. But I have to say, at least, Virtus.pro actually did try a bunch of different things, even though they also got smacked around a bit. CLG have shown almost no initiative. There's no aggressive mid pushes, no attempt to flash into ramp. I mean, this is like the most adventurous thing we've seen until at this point, and it's like 3 people on A. I mean, that's it. When you have 3 people on A, why would you not take some of them to find information? They've got no information. They know nothing.
Well, they do have a deep smoke on B apartments, so Dead Fox, he'll have that information to go off of at least. It means that somebody could be pushed up aggressive, holding an angle in there. But again, mid presence has been truly lacking for CLG, you're right. There hasn't been much connector control from them. I think it's really just like Cutler peeking on short when they do try and have some kind of presence there. He went ladder room 1 round, but I mean, look at this passive hold coming in from CLG.
So hard to play Mirage if this is your game plan. It really is. And especially when HellRaisers seem incredibly alert to the idea that they have all this control. Now they made their way into catwalk between Finesse and Kusta. So many angles to cover. One flashbang and it's all going to be done. Finesse goes down. Kusta's going to get 1 kill, but they're just so close to him right now. He's going to have 1 or 2 more shots and then they're going to be right on him. Molotov to buy a little bit more time. And actually, Ricky has shown up, but Kusta still goes down. And now there will be a bomb plant, and still controlling the middle is Angel. So that's really big plays here for him. Is he going to find Cutler? Oh, Cutler looks away at the wrong time. That's such a shame.
Unbelievable. He just goes running past. Now he spotted him. So there's the information. It will be 3 going in from Kitchen. Staggered flashes. I like it. Stiko flashed white, but Dead Fox definitely not. Finds the first kill, and there's the opening, although it's a 2-on-2 retake now, and the pressure is mounting. Stiko will find the kill on Cutler, and it's all on Ethan now, just spraying away. But he's pinned down behind bench. He has nowhere to go.
Yeah, and why would they fight him? They could just wait for him to come on out now. He's making a lot more noise and almost out of time as well. He's trying his best to find him. He's going to get Dead Fox, but there's no more time. He can't win the round. Stiko going to be going down dead. Ethan with a really, really great triple kill, but just a couple of more seconds is what he needed then.
Did he find the AWP? Yes.
Yeah, he will at least do that. But this is again, the problem. When you have 2 people on B, it can be hard enough for those 2 people to just hold the apartments, because you do, after all, have both the window and the platform for them to walk out on, and with the right smokes and flashbangs, that can even work just as a straight B push. But once you open up catwalk as well, it gets so much worse, and that's what just happened. CLG, time to man up.
Gotta go in there. Look at that. All right, hold on. 2 guys going window this round.
Yeah,
there we go. Cutler and Ricky pushing mid. There's the mid presence. They're finally changing it up. Angel gets the flash, though. That gives him an opening. Wins the duel. Spots the second. He's not going to win it, though. 67 HP. Ricky survives.
And Finesse on the other side, actually pushing into apartments. There's a lot of people here, but I still kind of like this. He's got Zero right around the corner, and he's going to get the better angle. Takes 1 down, more coming through. Oh, no, Finesse trying to unscrew the silencer in the middle of it. That's definitely a misclick. And now in the window, Ethan not really alert to the fact that they were pushed up that far now. Kusta and Ricky are left 2 versus 3, but at least they tried something. At least they tried to convince us, Semmler, that they actually wanted to play the game.
Perfect now, and Dead Fox realizes the timing. Rick is about to walk right into an AWP. Oh, no! Have faith in your teammates, Dead Fox. That was sloppy. That was sloppy. Was it communication, a lack of? It's going to be on Bondic now to be the hero, and it's not going to happen. Kuster will find the shot before he can get out of the angle. But that's actually just sloppy play there from HellRaisers. They had that on lock. They had 2 guys to watch Kitchen. There's no reason for Dead Fox to be looking Kitchen window like that. He just needs to focus on B apartments. That's his role at that point.
Yeah, I mean, just a second of confusion, and that's all it took. But it's a round for CLG. And this is the thing, right? Even if the mid sort of attack that they did wasn't great for them, like they just traded, that's not a success at all, you know? But it's much better, I think, mentally for the team when you're the ones actually doing something. If you're just waiting and waiting and waiting, 40 seconds pass by in each round and you're waiting, and then when they go, they just get all the kills. And you just, like, at that point, you feel like, what are we doing? Like, why can't we do anything?
There we go. There's a change, and Angel not going to win the duel this time. So that's an opening there. Now Stico looking to try and box him in, and this is where it gets kind of dicey for CLG. They have no way to get out now. Oh, no, they're kind of stuck.
Yeah, Kusta needs to come into window or something to help out here, and it's a bit too late. Zero will end up going or getting the kill there, but Finesse actually going to be able to take him out. That's a really good shot there with the UMP and a good push aggressive into apartments, and he's still sticking around. Maybe he could get more, but he's got to be very careful.
There was a window of opportunity there to move out onto A site for Bondic, but he doesn't realize it, and he's going to just back off and try and group up with his teammates. They still have one thing, and that's a lot of time to work with here. Only just now getting to the minute mark. There's been a lot of early action here in this round, but now HellRaisers start grouping up and moving together as a unit. I actually like this from HellRaisers because they're going to be so spread out now, CLG, that if you move in as 3, it's going to be very difficult for CLG to hold that.
Oh, and they are gravitating, it seems, to the wrong side of the map. Finesse is now checking top mid while Kusta and Ethan are over at the A site, and actually, I think they think they're going to have them sandwiched in from the ramp, and instead they're over at the B-bomb site. So CLG is certainly trying something now, but it seems to be backfiring and just exploding in their face, and this is going to be rough when the bomb goes down in the second.
Are they going to realize in time? It doesn't. Yeah, it looks like they just caught on, and that's because Finesse got all the way into T-spawn. Didn't see anybody setting up towards A. And well, now it's going to come down to whether HellRaisers have that discipline to just hold the angles. They have a sufficient number of men alive. And you have Bondic to worry about Kitchen now. As soon as that smoke clears, we'll see if he takes the peek.
Yeah, but even better, there's going to be a flash, I think. They can, yeah, flashed in. Bondic looking for it, even spots Ethan. That's some heads-up play. But Kusta was flashed while that was going on, so he couldn't, even if Bondic had overpeaked the corner, he couldn't have done very much. Really good teamwork there, being flashed in. And now Finesse is going to have to move a lot quicker than this, but it's difficult when you get shot in the face with the AK. And now another round where they just try and save the remaining of what they have. Kusta definitely on point with that one, but another round resetting the economy of CLG.
Don't look too excited now, boys. There we go. There are the smiles. Everything going according to plan here for HellRaisers. A hard reset for CLG's economy as well, which, I mean, obviously is going to be very low considering even in the round they won, they survived only with 2 players. They spent everything in the last round, so it's all about the hero op now for Kusta. He needs to show up in a big way. You know, the way that Moses pictures him in his mind's eye, that's what we need to see now from Kusta here in this map if they're going to have any kind of chance of bringing this back, CLG.
Yeah, but everything we've seen from this team, except for the last couple of rounds, has been just a complete lack of willingness to play with any confidence. You know, just no one's going to try and take any risks. It's all going to be just wait and sit and hope that it turns out well. A good headshot from Finesse, but not enough to get the kill on Zero. Very close indeed.
That's Ethan at Connector who's trying to go for the peak. But they're already set up to deny that. Zero will get hunted. He's actually very low on HP. Just barely manages to get out of there with 6 HP. Stico down to 44. Rike playing aggressive B apartments though, and he might be able to run into Zero, which would be great. One shot with that USP and he'll have an AK to work with. And a lot of information being gained here by Rike, but unfortunately for him, man, they just can't catch a break.
No, absolutely nothing is working. At least it looks like they're going towards Kusta's position, but it will be with all 5 players. A lot of noise being made, and Cutler is hot on Zero's heels. Maybe he could catch him in time. He's actually made a lot of noise himself, and Zero just reading it so well. There's Kusta opening up with 1 kill, but look at the trouble that he's in. Has to try and get out, and even with the flashbang, Dead Fox is going to be able to take him down. Now it's Ethan, USP in hand, and it's not going to work out. 10-1, favoring HellRaisers. My God.
Yeah, this is a very one-sided affair. That eco, they're still light on cash. This is forced by territory, though. I mean, absolutely. Even when you get up to like the 3.5, 4K mark, you just got to go for the buy. Sorry. Get UMPs, get the nades, try and play aggressive somewhere. I mean, they're playing aggressive B halls now, but when you have pistols, we need to see something big out of them here when they actually have the money to invest into SMGs or rifles.
It's very, very hard. I mean,
do they just not talk?
No, there doesn't seem to be really any talking going on, and my real concern is that, I don't know, like, How long did it take before they started going aggressive in the middle? Were they down like 6 or 7 rounds at that point, I think?
Yeah, something along those lines. I think it was 8-1.
So I don't mind. So you can start up a game saying, okay, guys, let's just try and do some default stuff. Nothing. Let's see if our default isn't just better than their default. That's not a bad way to approach the game, but you have to pull the brake at some point when you realize it's not. That when we give HellRaisers all that mid control, they will wreck us with it. So now, and it took way too long, and then by the time they did it, it was sort of half-hearted. It wasn't really like, any kind of explosive play coming out, and I don't know. They seem to be mentally not so much in the game, and that can happen to anyone, but it's frustrating.
Absolutely. Well, here's some aggression from Finesse, and actually everybody here from CLG about to converge on mid. Still 2 kills coming through. It's actually a fair trade. The only issue is Stiko. He's there to bring it back. Good trade frags coming in from CLG, taking advantage of that distraction, though. Ethan's got an AK to play with. Kusta looking for one of his own, but unfortunately he's going to run right into Zero and take a lot of damage.
Oh, Zero pushing up quite far. Great transfer with the AK, down to 4 health. But this is one of the best rounds we've seen out of CLG yet. And again, when you sort of take it into your own hands and say, look, let's just stop waiting around and actually do something here, it at least animates the team a bit, instead of just waiting to get killed in a bomb site. 13th round is coming up here. I hope they're not just going to go back and play the default. I really want to see something more out of them. Put someone in apartments on A. Try and push in, get some information. Playing quite defensively, HellRaisers, so they are onto the idea that maybe CLG could be going for the aggression again. Some heads-up play on their part.
I like it. Oh, Zero. He's got the angle, and there we go. Finesse tries to peek for info, and he gets punished for it. They're just too wired up right now, HellRaisers. They're not missing many opportunities.
Molotov going to land, try and see if they can force Stiko out, and indeed, Ricky will get the headshot on him, so it's not bad at all, but at least brings it back into a 4-on-4. Got plenty of time left right now. And CLG, do they want to take another risk? Want to chance it and push somewhere else? I'm not sure.
But now, the only issue being they just have very little info to go off of CLG. Again, a lack of mid-presence. They do have Ricky moving in closer to window, though, so it looks like he'll go for some kind of delayed peek, and that might be able to catch Dead Fox off guard. Dead Fox moving to top mid right now. So they will have something to work with in the form of Ricky, but Angel's up in connector now. And they still have the utility for an execute. They don't have any smokes, though, HellRaisers. So this is the big advantage here that CLG actually have to work with. They still have 2 smokes and a Molotov on CLG.
And that's especially important because of Cutler's position. If they had smokes, probably he would be smoked off, and that would leave Ethan alone on the A-bomb site. So see how it goes if they just try and walk in naked. Definitely not easy. 20 seconds left here for HellRaisers to try and really put CLG all the way in the ground. Ethan a bit out in the open now, spraying and not connecting, and because they don't have connector control, Angel's going to come in with first one and then a second kill there on Reke. And Kusta and Cutler are left trying to see if they can stay alive. 5 seconds. Where's that bomb plant going to happen from? Finally, they managed to put it down as Kusta is now in a 1-on-3.
And caught in the triangle as well, because Angel's all the way at bottom mid, waiting for the rotation, waiting for Kusta to peek window, waiting for Kusta to make some kind of play. And in the meantime, the 2 remaining HellRaisers players just doing work. What a round from Angel, though. That was huge from him. Denies Ethan at Firebox and then steps in, takes the duel with Ricky and wins it at jungle. That was big because at that point, if they try and plant CT, it's still difficult because Cutler's still alive down there. Yeah. But the fact that Angel gets both kills that clears up Courtyard for them, HellRaisers just have enough time to plant.
Man, I don't know. CLG. Maybe they're just conducting a science experiment. What happens if we never have any mid control on Mirage? Maybe they're playing, not for winning, but for truth, to find out.
Learn from our mistakes.
I appreciate that. Taking one for humanity. I think that's noble.
How bad a beating can you take?
But I mean, someone should write up a report or something because the information is valuable at this point. You can clearly see that it isn't working at all.
No, they're trying to tread water at this point. But HellRaisers, they're not going to help him out. Finesse, though, there we go. Some aggression in pit. We haven't seen that since the beginning of the half. And it actually pays off. He barely survives, down to 13 HP. But the important bit is they get the man advantage. CLG, it's been a long time since they've been able to say that.
Ethan in some trouble. He couldn't actually easily get out. You can see he wanted to escape that battle and just try and dart out of there, but Bondik caught him just at the perfect time, so that's actually a bit of a shame. 4 versus 4, and again, mid-control here. At least Ricky is keeping an eye on it. Gonna try and fall back, and are they gonna try and be a bit aggressive instead? It looks like they kind of do want to go and peek the ramp, and they will do that, so that's good. It could be hard to find Bondik back here, but I still think the idea is very good. Bondik gonna get the headshot, and now at least they know grenade. Oh, if that had worked, Finesse would have been out. It's gonna be Stiko instead to take him down. And Cutler and Kusta just gonna be waiting on the other side. Save it for the 15th round, guys. That's your round. It's gonna be sick.
That would have just summed everything up as well. Yeah. Or it's like you really just can't get anything right, can you? The HE there to follow up, but there is a God, Anders, and he said no. He said no. You can live just a little bit longer, Finesse, before they actually take over the site and kill you.
Oh man, Kusta and Cutler saving whatever they can. It's about to be 13-1 favoring HellRaisers. What? I mean, I even think, didn't the panelists both pick CLG to win this?
Really?
I want to. Oh, maybe I'm making that up.
I mean, I feel like that's a stretch, even for Moses.
I don't know. Whenever American team plays, Moses just stopped thinking, doesn't he?
Well, it has been a while. I'll give him that. It has been a while since he was just waving the flag no matter what.
All right.
But you're right. I mean, this is just a fully equipped HellRaisers going up against. I mean, it's just a reasonably well-equipped CLG, but it really is difficult to find what CLG can do to get back into this game mentally. 13-1. And right now, HellRaisers have just had everything go their way. The HE is going to get missed by Ricky, unfortunately. Points for trying. I do like it. And Kusta's going to take advantage of this and find the opening kill. Now it's a matter of holding on to this advantage.
It's not bad at all. The downside is that Finesse is alone over on this side of the map. Smoke is up as well. They're going to come right through any second now. Waiting is Zero. And that's such a good angle. I love to see that shot from his point of view. Angel going to be taking out Ricky. And a preemptive grenade, trying to guess that someone could have been there. The bomb is making its way in, but Kusta's doing work and taking down Angel. It leaves it in a 3-on-3, but once again, they're quite far away from the bomb site here. This will not be easy. And there's still 2 Molotovs and a smoke left on HellRaisers. They can just wait this out with the grenades.
Yeah, Cutler needs to make that nade count. There it is, the flash in. They line up. Bondik has the info now. He knows the second player is coming in from kitchen. And so that's going to open it up here for Cutler to be the hero with a UMP in hand. Prove to us that it is OP. Cutler, find the headshots, or get shot, or just get shot in the face.
14-1, ladies and gentlemen, in favor of HellRaisers in the first half here against CLG, who were, as I said, probably conducting a science experiment. Just wanted, the sample size is small, but the evidence is overwhelming. Don't just play passively and far back on the bomb sites. I mean, any round where they tried to go aggressive was marginally more successful, at least. We'll have a quick break, guys, and then we'll be right back with the second half. Stay with us. Welcome back. It is the second half here between HellRaisers and CLG. Currently 14-1 scoreline. There's no disguising this, Semmler. We can't pretty this up.
No.
It doesn't matter how much makeup you put on this. It's bad.
I think this is exciting, Anders, because we're getting to see the new episode of Rick and Morty live here. You know, science and the absurd.
Yeah, I like it. I definitely like it. I haven't actually seen the latest episode. I know it was leaked or something, but
I haven't either.
I'm just have to catch up. I have to catch up. Man, this is this is very bad indeed. No one above 10 kills on the CLG roster, and the lowest on HellRaisers is 10 at Stico there, and then it just goes up from that point on. So, all in all, yeah, just not a good time.
Everybody's had their moment on HellRaisers. This is definitely one of those like feel-good kind of matches if you're HellRaisers, because you're just gonna feel like, right, we can take on the world after this. And, well, we'll see how this pans out because CLG going to fully commit to a very quick A execute straight out onto the A site. 3 players are over on B for HellRaisers, and so they're going to focus on the retake. But I like this. You want to go for the retake on A much more than you want to go for the retake on B.
Bondic falling very far back, and that's smart play. He realized he couldn't stay there for very long either, so full retake instead, and we'll see how that's going to work out. They're going to try and group up and see if they can hunt him down. This is a great job for CLG right now. Taking their fate into their own hands. Ethan, Kuster, and Cutler as well with a headshot, taking down Zero. It's all working out right now. Stico trying to get in here, but the bomb is already planted, and it's going to be near impossible to make this work. Stico up on the high ground there, going to pick up a kill on Kuster, but and actually a fadeaway shot on Ethan. Still not going to matter. There's just too many targets inside of that bomb site, and he has to back off eventually. Just looking for the exits and looking to save the armor here if he can.
Not going to happen, though. Good deny there from Finesse. But he still made a bonus $600, Stico, so he'll have a little bit more to play with in this next round.
You know what kind of a match this is, though? You know when you've got like an up-and-coming boxing or MMA talent or something?
Sure.
You make them play all these flunkies so that their score looks really good. They go, oh, he's 10-0. He's never been defeated because he's been, fighting high school kids. So this is what it is, This HellRaisers being like, yeah.
And then they'll go up against the Tyson. Who's the Tyson in our world?
I don't know. They get to play like VP later on or something.
Or is it Astralis?
Something like that, But then that's, a highlight match. Everyone's like, oh, is it going to be his first loss? 10-0. Ricky is going to end up taking care of Angel, and that is a good job indeed. Dead Fox on the other side with the Deagle tapping away, but a lot more active, the CLG roster. And honestly, that can be the effect that it has on you when you lose this badly, that at some point you stop sort of, tensing up, and you just say, look, we have already been defeated. Let's just mess around and let's just do the best that we can here.
Loosen it up.
Yeah.
14-2. And so the push begins onto the B site. They're walking right into a stack, though. 2 kills for Stico with the Deeg. Kusta's going to be able to trade it, but then Dead Fox steps in. A 2-on-2 situation now, and the bomb has not even been planted.
Yes, taking his time as he should. He's got a teammate coming in. He does spot out one as a good kill there. And now Bondic hiding in the back, coming out of the bench, but a bit maybe too passive for Bondic. Finesse doing a good job, and it'll be another round for CLG.
Yeah, close call. What a round, though. And that's a great call from HellRaisers. Full rotate, full stack on the B site. Let's go, and it just works out perfectly for them. CLG, they're wiping the sweat off their brows there. That got a little bit too close for comfort. And so now, well, it's going to be another round of eco from HellRaisers. One thing to note is that HellRaisers didn't have Kevlar in the last round either. They really are going to be focusing on that 19th round bye. They want to end this quick. Don't let CLG start to pick up momentum and draw this out. End them in just a moment. Nice flash in the mid, though, and here's the aggression. HellRaisers taking the fight to him.
Including a team kill from Dead Fox onto Zero. Cutler getting his share of the action, too, so a bit of a shame, but I still appreciate the attempt. Stico goes down. This is what I was talking about when CLG were on the other side, right? When Cutler bought the 1 HE grenade. If you buy the flashbang instead, you can set up for those type of plays. Now, it didn't work out, but the idea is solid. Different time, you get 1 or 2 kills in there, and it only costs you $200.
Mm-hmm. Just unfortunate that Dead Fox is the one getting that team kill, losing a little bit of money in the process. Might have made the difference between him getting an op or not, and he will have the rifle.
What was the loss bonus before? I can't remember. Was it something ridiculous that you lost?
No, it wasn't 3,000. Why am I thinking 3,000? I think it's like 300.
It was now, but it was way more in the past. I can't remember. They had to nerf it at some point because it was like you were just done whenever that happened.
if you're an eco and you happen to kill your teammate by accident because you're running around a corner, and then it's like, oh, well, I guess this whole round has been wasted for me.
Yeah. Someone, I'm sure
It's
someone on social media remember.
That,
It's going to get tens now, 14-4. CLG now playing on the T side, and actually Ethan had the right idea, and it looked like he had the time to get that shot, but didn't really pull the trigger quick enough, and Dead Fox will take him down instead. Now they've got some tentative mid-control here. They got the smokes up for window and connector both, so they can make their way onto catwalk. Riki's up in connector. Stiko's right there, and he must have sensed it, because on the other side was Riki, and he's going to get traded pretty quickly. Angel going down to Finesse, and that makes it a 3-on-3 now with just 40 seconds. This could be a problem now, because Zero has a Molotov still in that B bomb site. So if they end up having just 25 seconds and he puts down that Molotov, and actually, we should give him credit. Most people would have used it by now. The fact that he saved it could ruin the round for CLG.
You just hope that he gets this jump peek, that he spots him. Doesn't look like it, though. And he's going to be backing off. He spots Cutler on short. Gets the shot. What a shot from Cutler, though. Turns it around. The headshot to save it all. If he goes down, that's pretty much it. Instead, now they have a man advantage holding on this B site. A very tough situation now for HellRaisers to get back into this.
And again, that bomb went down at the 12-second mark, so one Molotov would have been incredible. I have no idea why he wouldn't use it at that point in time. Just fall back behind bench and throw it anywhere almost. Just throw it onto the bomb side if you wanted, just to buy the time. It could really confuse them. I think Zero lost track of the time then, because otherwise he shouldn't have gone for any of those fights. Regardless, it is looking good, and obviously not going to be any kind of a retake here. Bondik doesn't even have a defuse kit, so he's just looking for exits, and he will get one, and that's it. So CLG holding on and looking better right now.
Whew. Saves the op as well, Finesse, so well played on his part. But 5 rounds on the board now for CLG. That's a feel-good moment. HellRaisers still to do anything here in this second half, but this round they're going to go for that half by invest in the pistols and the Kevlar. And, of course, Dead Fox has got that AK that he saved. Is he actually passing it? No, he can't possibly be giving it to Angel. Stiko instead. Dead Fox investing in the UMP. Okay, let's go. They actually have a little bit of firepower to work with here.
Why not? Just trying to get the most out of it. Bit of a stack towards the B bomb site. And Angel and Dead Fox over at the other side. So, not sure why they wouldn't group up. Oh, look at this boost here. Stiko looking all the way over from the bench. You know who put this in a video at one point, Semmler?
Who was that, Anders?
Can't remember either. Yeah, it's an interesting. I mean, this is the sort of stuff you would only do in a round like this. I mean, it looks so cool. It's, oh, why don't people do this more? Because it is kind of a ridiculous thing to do. But so if you have, normal rifles, it is not worth it. You will almost always end up being out of position. But a round like this, why not have some fun?
And you do have, you do have Zero watching short for you as well.
Yeah.
You'll have some early warning, but it doesn't look like they're going to get to show it off this time around. It's not going to work, even though that would have been perfect with that AK. You get a headshot, you start strong in the hold. Instead, they're gravitating towards that B site, HellRaisers, and that's just not where the action's going to be.
How did they get these camera shots so quick? SLTV, they're on point with this stuff. Angel now holding over by the ramp, and there's just going to be way too many people here. 5-7 in hand. He actually does get the headshot on the first, and he's looking for more. Oh, God, that was a clench moment, wasn't it? Stiko goes down. Just imagine if you got a couple of more kills there, Angel. Dead Fox instead going to be picking up Kuster, and Rick here doing a good job in the middle, controlling that connector, and Bondik now last man left, and Rick here going to take care of business. Triple kill for him. It's a very good job, and 6-4. I mean, this is depressing. Now I'm getting really sad, Semmler, because this sort of means, this logic is not always infallible, but let's just take a moment to think. What if CLG had started T-side? Right now they'd be 6-0, and we'd be saying, my God, CLG, they're doing such a good job, right? It's only because they fucked it up so badly in the first half.
they got beaten, man. With the stick. I mean, 14-6. Dead Fox has got his op now, though. So we can see him go to work. He was definitely finding picks all over the place with it in the first half, and so now that he can set up shop, he's got that angle in mid going. And well, interesting here. CLG in this round at least completely giving up mid. Just Kusta holding super passively. And everybody, in fact, just waiting to see if HellRaisers are going to be aggressive.
These are the sort of calls you have to make every once in a while. I actually think it's well worth doing this because you can't obviously know when is the time when HellRaisers are going to try and switch it up and say, okay, let's go and fight them pretty aggressively. They obviously thought it was going to be maybe this round, so they would have been well prepared. But so far, all they've really done is waste their own time, except for Ricky, who gets the headshot there on Dead Fox in the middle. Strong kill. Rick is really stepping it up now. That's encouraging and exciting. CLG, they've got a very, very long road back, but let's not count them out yet. Stico, oh no, the timing. It couldn't be worse. Down to 20 health, and they've lost completely control here of the connector area. Ethan goes down over at B, but that doesn't matter right now. They can still get onto this site. Stico trying his best to do the damage from the back here, but one grenade, and he's going to be out of it. And there's the Molotov raining on in. Stico gets a kill before he goes down, and now charging through the smoke is Angel. He's going to get dropped. Bondik goes down, and that was Cutler getting the kill. Zero, can he clutch it?
1v2, single flash, no kit picked up. Luckily for him, that smoke is clearing fast enough, but he has zero information to go off of, and better yet, now they're just changing it up. Yeah. This is, the longer this goes, and you guys can see it thanks to the bomb timer, more impossible this is going to get, although he has picked up a kit. You want to try and think about saving Dead Fox's op at this point? I mean, he's taking his time checking these angles, but it's just not going to happen. Cutler drawing his attention over to Pit. That's going to open him up to get shot in the back. He realizes where Finesse is now, though. Just goes leaping in, looks for the fight, finds the one. And the bomb isn't planted for Cutler! The bomb isn't planted for Cutler! Oh, no! Oh, they get it just in the nick of time.
Oh, my God. That was very, very close. And tactical timeout being called for HellRaisers. Time to calm everybody down. That's why I mentioned the Molotov earlier, because that's actually what I think they were planning all along, was for him to have the Molotov for exactly this situation. But it's always a risk, because if he has a bit more health to start off with, Zero, he has the defuse.
100%. If he doesn't take any damage there.
Yeah.
100% he has it. Unbelievable. Unpause in 5 seconds.
All right.
Unbelievable. Though that's a bit of a kick in the teeth.
They're really stepping it up. Like we said at the beginning of the half here, if you were watching, nobody from CLG had more than 10 kills. They were all less than 10. Now, it's only Ethan at 9, and everyone else, 13, 14, 15. So everybody collectively, the whole team, is really stepping it up, and we're at 7-14 here. And HellRaisers are now in a similar weird position. They never have money to really buy anything, and they're not looking particularly proactive either. Now, finally, there is a bit of a push, but sort of like with CLG, a lot of these pushes are happening when they just have pistols. And then when they have rifles, they go back to not really doing much of anything.
Yep. So will they have the early warning? There we go. Ricky opening it up. Looking for the shot. Not going to find it, Stico. And Kusta wipes out Bondik. So very quick play here onto the A side from CLG. Not wasting much time at all. Angel obviously know now that somebody's made its way through the murder hole. And well, that's why we call it that. Because you are just a sitting duck if somebody is watching you try to make your way through into jungle.
Yeah, that just really cannot work, can it? Angel hoping for just the head of Ricky, or anybody really at this point, show up and get some kind of exit here. But that will make it an 8th round for CLG. See what, if HellRaisers can manage to solve this puzzle that CLG really never did when they were on the CT side, and try and get back in. They should, I mean, considering how that first half went, I would expect them to have more confidence and maybe a bit more firepower too.
Mm-hmm. Or just, Anders, we missed the memo, and Mirage is now T-sided. Heavily T-sided, in fact.
Why not?
Because it just doesn't seem like anybody can really get their CT side rolling on this map, at least in the last 2 maps that we've seen.
You think about again, you can have the 3-man push to top mid, you can have the double push into A apartments, double push towards A ramp. Like, there are tons of different approaches. Now it's just Stico pushing A apartments. That's great. If he wins this fight, then suddenly everything is working out great for them. He's certainly trying, and I think Ethan spotted him on that side, so they know that he's up there. And even that will put so much pressure on CLG. Now they really have to worry, and it should be a really slow round for them here. Even if Steeko's fallen all the way back, Ethan is still wondering if anything is happening over there.
I like the wall bang down into underpass. Sadly, nobody was there. Minute 15 left on the clock, and they have taken control of Palace once again, and so CLG can go back to basics if they want. Kusta was holding in pit. Double incendiary used there by HellRaisers, though. They're getting a bit thrifty with their nades. They need to be careful about that. With a minute left on the clock, and CLG hardly having used any of their utility at all. This is definitely advantage CLG.
What's the end game? The bomb is all the way over at the B side. No one's even picking up Cutler, and Finesse is running as well. Maybe Finesse just got the call and said, wait a minute, we're lacking something here. Because if they want to crunch on the A bomb side, and that I think is what they do, this is so little time left. I feel like there's just confusion on this team right now. 30 seconds. The Molotov goes up from Bondic. He's going to turn around, but he will get shut down by Kusta. And now Dead Fox, 1 or 2 kills here, and they might run out of time on the CLG side. 20 seconds on the clock. They need to be very, very careful. And the rotation is starting to happen here. Coming in through the window. Cutler looking for the spray, but he goes down to 0. That's not a good start. A lot of Molotovs raining in towards jungle. The bomb will be going down, so no one able to stop that. It's still a 4-on-4. And that's a nice long-range spray from Angel.
Yeah, this is where the pressure really starts to mount. 0 trying to keep it secret, but he makes noise. Rika's going to be able to catch him in the back as well, and 3 quick kills, making all the difference in the end. Kusta with 2, Rika with 2, and well, Kusta with 3 at the end of the round, 9-14. HellRaisers just unable to win these fights, to get these retakes going on the bomb sites. I mean, we're just seeing mirror images of each other. It was the exact same story throughout the entire first half when HellRaisers were finding it easy to get onto the bomb site, and then holding it as well wasn't a problem.
Yeah, it ended up being 8-1. That was when they finally won one, and actually it's been very similar. So if it is going to be an exact mirror Semmler, then this is the round where HellRaisers pick up the round, but they just don't have really very many weapons for it. But
let's go. Let's go.
3-man push down towards ramp. Finesse flashed for a moment, has to fall back, and Dead Fox thinking about it, but won't be pushing all the way in.
Yeah, there's confirmation.
Yeah, he sees it. He knows it. I don't know. That last round for CLG did not exactly make me very comfortable. When you pick up the bomb and be always at 37 seconds and you have to run to A, if there's anything you haven't thought of, the guy hiding in a corner somewhere, a Molotov that goes down in the wrong position, so now you can't plant where you wanted to, like any of those things, and things can get really tricky.
I think they even messed up their first CT smoke as well. Had to recommit with a second CT smoke.
Yeah. But
it does, it's still a happy day. They are able to make it work. There's not going to be anywhere to go for Finesse. 1-for-1 trade. That's good enough as far as HellRaisers are concerned. You can Steeko hit a headshot? No. Rika shuts him down immediately. So now, Bondic, it's a case of you just holding on to that AK, man. Get out of dodge. Pass it to your teammate.
Yeah. Save the AK for another time, even though it would be cool if they could get the exact mirror in. It's definitely not worth it at this point. So Angel is going to stick around instead with the P250. Trying to see if we could get more exit kills. Maybe steal on the AK somewhere. Cutler. Oh, tabbed once and actually shut down right afterwards. So that's a pretty good job. Getting 2 kills and saving an AK and a Molotov.
A little bit of damage done. It was a fairly hard eco. So HellRaisers, they're going to have everything they need in the next round. Except for what? What is missing from both of these teams? Is it communication? That is something to keep in mind here, is that HellRaisers do communicate in English now. And so they have been expressing some frustration with that situation, just because obviously you have a few Ukrainian players. I mean, there's such a mix on the team, but I mean, Angel, for example, played with Ukrainians. So now he has to change up how he calls and how he actually managed to get information across. That is going to be difficult.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't really need that much elaborate English to say, you two push top mid, I'll flash you in. Like, it's
sure.
I don't think it really has to be any more complicated than that. Someone made that call sooner rather than later. Now they're back to more of a default setup here with Dead Fox on the AWP, and trying to see if they can maybe make it work. CLG on the other side, setting up with a bomb outside. Cutler top mid. Rike, though. Maybe he's going to try and make some noise over on that side just to maybe draw someone out of middle. He's falling back and reconnecting with everybody else, actually.
Time for a full A execute with smokes. You got Cutler holding mid for the rotation.
The setup's pretty good for HellRaisers. If that is what's going down, then Stiko, if he can stay alive even for like 7 seconds in shadow there, that should buy enough time for Dead Fox and Bondik to get some kills in. Like either one of them should be able to sort of push as he's drawing all of the attention out. So we'll see how that's going to work out. Definitely a good setup here at the A-bomb side for HellRaisers.
Let's see. We have the setups. And it's clearly just like counting down. There we go, 45. The smokes go out. And there's the full execute. They have 2 players within the smoke radius, though, and they have to be the heroes here for HellRaisers. Bondik, you've definitely fluffed it a couple times this half. It's time for you to step up and get the job done.
Oh, no, not the best start there. Stiko going very low, but so is Kuster on the other side. He's going to win the first fight there with the Tech 9, and now Bondik. So many angles. You see the trouble immediately when they lose Stiko there. Ethan going to take care of Bondik, and he goes down to Angel. And Dead Fox unable to stop the bomb plant. It would have been great if he could have, but it's still a 2-on-4. So CLG managed to make their way through. This is turning into an absolutely ridiculous match. We're about to be at 11-4 here. Cutler sneaking up behind Dead Fox, and that definitely cancels out the round here. My God, CLG, if they had played this first half, it would be 11-0 now. So we would have been, you know, in reverse. Been talking trash about HellRaisers and how bad they're playing. Yeah.
It's funny how situations like that work out. There's one parting shot from Zero. Great. Joy. Unfortunately, you're not going to survive much longer than that. And another timeout getting called.
The thing is, I mean, it's unbelievable how much hinges on the first engagement between Stiko and Kuster up in the apartments. They both shoot each other down to about 10 health, and Stiko actually thinks, I can't just wait here because I'll get shot in the back. And that's smart thinking, so I'm gonna have to go fight him. Now Kuster wins that fight, and at that very point, Bondik is like, well, hell, because now Kuster is gonna come out of apartment and shoot me with the Tech 9 any second.
Yep.
And if I try and fall back, I'm gonna get taken out by Tetris. So I can't really do anything. I'm completely stuck here. So if you think about it in reverse though, if Kuster goes down and Stiko's still alive, then they have Bondik and Stiko with a crossfire towards ramp, and they probably win the round almost instantly.
Well, was he thinking, what the main thing is like, if you're going to make a decision, you should probably prioritize the guy coming out of Palace. And what I'm wondering is, was he thinking that his teammate from CT was watching ramp and then, like, slowing things up for those guys there? Because he spotted the guys coming out from ramp. He spotted multiple guys coming out from ramp. So he has to know that if he gets around on the left side of that box, he's going to be screwed in a minute.
Yeah, it could be. Well, at least they have somewhat of a buy here. Dead Fox making sure no one can sneak through the smoke, and for once they actually show an interest in taking the mid control. Stiko and Angel also lingering around there in the ladder room. Just what is going on?
That's a question that a lot of people are asking right now, Anders.
Yeah, I was just wondering about having 2 people in here. Could be a big surprise. For sure, if you take down one person here, you're not going to expect the other person to come running out right afterwards. So that could be a bit of a trap there. But it looks like it will be another execute. So let's see if Bondik and Dead Fox can hold on, or even just get a kill and call in for the backup.
You're desperate at this point for a kill.
Yeah.
Just get a kill, and that way you can set up the retake. You have the man advantage, because right now you have no idea. And they're doing it without the smokes as well here, counter the CLG. So they're really trying to draw this out as much as possible. But Dead Fox will find his pick, and he needs to stay alive at this point. The smoke is finally going to go down on jungle, but the damage is done.
It's a good flick for Dead Fox, but he's going to get grenaded out of there. Can't see a single thing. Cutler re-smoking that angle too. Really good job on CLG here, and it is a 4-on-4. The bomb about to go down, or it is down now. There are no more grenades on the CLG side, so it's going to be kind of a cheeky Molotov. But on the other side, HellRaisers, they have all the grenades you could possibly want for a retake. This can actually be done. Now they're grenading all the corners. They know no one is going to be holding from there, so they're slowly isolating all the positions that CLG could be holding right now. Finesse up by Tetris. He's going to have a grenade too, has to fall back. This is very well played. The only thing is they're running out of time. Stiko Angel picking up 2 big kills here. It could be working, pushing through his Kuster. He goes down. Ricky next in line. And the defuse, is there going to be enough time?
Yes.
Barely they have it. HellRaisers with a great retake into the bomb site, saving all those grenades. That is not an accident. That was planned. 15-11.
It was the struggle, and that's got to be heartbreaking for CLG. You were so close. You would actually brought it back within striking distance. But a 15-11 scoreline now, match point for HellRaisers. They've got 4 of them. The real question is it going to be a repeat of the first? Are they just going to get hard reset now, Anders? And are we going to go to overtime between HellRaisers and CLG? We saw it earlier today. That was the first thing that happened today that started things off. The overtime between Tyloo and MVP. MVP won. Tyloo are now out of the tournament. This isn't an elimination match. This is a draw match. Both teams are 1-1, but still.
Oh, Dead Fox doing his part here, taking down Ethan. Gonna be falling back. That's a good job. Don't go for the cold zero play. It's not worth it.
Very well done. See the difference there, the patience from Dead Fox. And he had his teammate watching short as well, so he knew he had a way out.
Oh, Angel pushing all the way. And how does he not win that fight? Finesse was making so much noise, and he should have had the element of surprise for sure. Stiko gonna be trading some grenades, and oh, he's not gonna be able to make it out. Kusta finding the shot.
HellRaisers have been watching Tyloo. You're like, yeah, all right. Man advantage for CLG now.
I wonder if Angel hadn't jumped, if Kusta could have seen him from down there. If he had just sort of, tried to slither by, maybe that would have worked out better. Now Cutler up in the window, Zero right on the other side. Cutler's going to be careful he doesn't get sandwiched in, because Dead Fox is potentially coming in through the ladder room as well. There's a good little flick to take down Cutler, and that makes it now a 2-on-3. Kusta and Finesse left. And with just 34 seconds, this could get very bad. Bondic has a great position right now.
Yeah, what's going to happen here? FNS pushes out. He gets spotted. Bondic knows that somebody's through to jungle. Easiest shot of Bondic's life. Can't mess that one up. And well, now it's going to be on Kusta. 1v3. 17 seconds left to get that bomb planted.
How do you even play this? I don't know. There's no sure way to win this round. Coming through the Tech 9, he's going to take down one. Goes for the plant inside of the smoke, and Bondic will end the game. 16-11 here, favoring HellRaisers after an absolutely dreadful first half. 14-1 in the first half. Then they take, what, like 10 rounds, 11 rounds, something in a row, or 10 rounds in a row on this map. And then they lose it anyway. What a soul-crushing game for CLG.
It's just agony. But also, I mean, you saw the shake of the head from Angel. He, he's just, at the end, he stands up. He's not even happy. He's like, what was going on? How do we go 14-1 in the first half and let it get back into double digits for CLG? Still, CLG showing that they did have some fight in them. Nice T half from them, at least. It was something to work with. But, yeah, you can tell.
At that point, you'd want someone to just stand by with, like, I don't know, like, a taser and just put it to your temple and just wipe it from your memory. Just forget the game ever happened.
Yeah, I think we saw an impression of that yesterday.
Just not a good time at all.
No. That's just, we knew that this game would be scrappy, both of these teams.
Yeah, but
barely evenly matched, although I would say that we've seen more out of HellRaisers recently. But the CT side on Mirage, SKVP yesterday, today this match, I mean, what is going on with the CT sides?
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like at least VP tried a bunch of different things. It just seemed like it was just SK's day. But these two teams just both played some really, really passive Counter-Strike on the CT side. It was hard to watch. I mean, definitely was. We'll see what the panel says. I look forward to it. We've got Alex ready.